Hey guys, welcome back to Big E's Farm. I know I ain't made a video in quite some time, probably about 3-4 weeks, I guess. But ain't much been going on other than going to doctor's appointments and feeding, so on and so forth. So as I've said in past videos, we've been having a little bit of leg issues. So I just want to go over what has come out of that. During the process of building this barn, we took another break because we was having leg issues. If you watch those videos, you'll know how far of a distance between videos that was. In those videos, we talked about how we was going to the chiropractor. Seemed to help a little bit, but in the end, it was fixing it for about 1 week and then going right back into the same position that it was before. So I decided to go on to the doctor. The doctor took x-rays. We've done MRIs, everything that you could in that area to see what was going on. The x-ray showed the doctor that I had avascular necrosis. If you don't know what avascular necrosis is pretty much your hip bone has died. How did it die? I'm 33 years old. They seem to think, well, their main questions were, do you smoke? Do you drink? I do neither of those. Do you take steroids? Do I look like I take steroids? Come on, man. But then I talked to the surgeon. The surgeon came in. He asked if I had, I think it was it's a steroid pack. I'm not sure on the name for sure. I'm going to say Midral pack. It was a steroid pack when I had COVID. I had a steroid pack when I had COVID. He said all it takes is one pack of that steroid and I can kill my bones. And he seems to think around about the timeline that these bones have died leads back to about that time. Now, what could fix it? Well, in the beginning, the very first visit I went to the doctor said, oh, we can go in and do a core decompression and drill a hole in it, take some of your good pelvis bone, put up in that hole, and then if you've got good circulation, it'll heal that bone back. But then we go to the MRI. They got the MRI scheduled, went to the MRI showing torn muscles, collapsing of the ball already, so that leads them to having to do a total hip replacement. Leading to, how am I going to take care of all of these animals? Now, I've had other people say, if you need any help, come help, or just call us, we'll be down there. I don't want to put this taking care of these animals onto somebody else. I've got into all of this, so I would rather attempt to sell off what I can and still make it manageable. So the first thing that I'm going to have to do, and that led me this morning, we've had issues out of a couple of goats getting out under the fence. I've set things in the way. They still went up under that fence, got out. This morning, come out, there was 4 goats outside of the electric fence, and I'm not going to be able to chase these goats around. So I've decided that I'm going to get rid of my goats. I was going to attempt to keep 3, some of the smaller babies, but one of the babies is actually on Mia, and she's one of the main ones that keeps getting out. She was the first one that went out, so I feel like she's going to teach it bad habits, and it's going to end up escaping every chance that it gets. So I'm going to try to sell them together to make them go to the same house together. I've had a couple other people message me about buying a few of them, So I'm going to attempt to sell them, get them good homes, and that's about all I can do at this time. With the pigs, I'm going to attempt to keep the pigs because, as I've said in past videos, I'm attempting to raise meat for my own home. So I'm going to keep them pigs and just try to keep them fed. I may come up with some kind of automatic feeder. I know that pigs are going to eat until they're all out of food. So I'm going to attempt to maybe come up with some kind of feeder, or even get a bucket, fill it up with so much feed, and then just have it set on a timer and they'll be fed. Rabbits, we're going to attempt to sell all of our rabbits out because they're not doing nothing to us other than basically eating food. We don't process them up. I had thought about it in the past, but we never got around to it, and the girls love them, but it's serving us no purpose. The quail, in one of our past videos, we ended up taking all of them and putting them in the freezer, so we have no more quail. Chickens, we've got chickens. We're wanting to keep enough supply to supply our house, and that's going to be enough for us as far as now. Once I get healed up, I'm going to attempt to maybe try to get some of this stuff back, but I don't know if I'll ever go back with goats. I like having goats, but they're not really serving me a purpose. I don't eat the goats. I would rather go with something that I could actually eat. The pigs, or even a calf or something. I could probably raise a calf right here in this area where these goats were, and it should have enough grass to eat. I may end up having to feed some, but if I do go that way, I'll probably end up having to redo the fence, put some better posts in the ground, and able to do that. The chickens, like I said, I'm going to keep enough of them to supply us 3 to 4 eggs a day. Should be plenty enough. Ducks, the ducks have mainly stayed in the creek, going back and forth up and down the creek, so I'm going to end up getting rid of them too. I just like to free range them, but with me not being able to come back here and check on them, I'm afraid that they're going to end up getting eat by some predator that we've had in the past get into our chicken coop and kill everything that we've had. Ever since we put this electric fence up, we haven't had anything to get in and kill the chickens and baby chicks and all of that, but so far we've got lucky with that. But anyways, I just wanted to fill you in on things that are happening. Like I said, I've got my goats. Some of them are sold. I haven't got them gone yet, but people have reached out to me to want to purchase them. So I'm going to go ahead and take and sell some of those off, and that's going to be the first step. So come September, total hip replacement, we're going to try to bring in as many videos as we can, but up until then, we'll see what's going on. Anyways, hope everyone's having a great summer. If you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next videos.